Good evening, brothers and sisters. Good evening. This is Naun Vazquez Garcia, as you know me as David Castillo Dorsales. It's 3:49 a.m. and also today is the 24th day of August 2019. Brothers and sisters, let me be quickly with this information. You already have this information, as we understand that is also and only speaking about the Torah. And the Torah is giving us information of the ultimated plan of God based in the prophet Daniel, Haggai, and Zechariah. And this is in the entire books of the Holy Scriptures. Once you understand that the fourth year, the fourth month, the 4 month, not counting Kislev because the 9th month is Asil, the 4th month, Shevat. Just as the fulfillment of the lamp, there is the fulfillment of the tree of life with the month of Shevat. So let me be clear with all of you. This information is for you who are in the high level of understanding this fact. So let me be quickly. You already have this information, right? We have the 4 months with Zechariah, the 4 year with the years of King Darius, and also Zechariah's prophecy chronologically. And the 4 days, counting 24, 24, 24, 24, with the 3 prophets in the 4 years of King Darius. So now we understand that Shevat is the last month and also the last year. So we have this information. You already understand that this is the seals based in the book of Revelation. But we are talking just about the Torah because we must respect the Torah scripture. This is holy, and this is the ultimate plan of God. So now we stick on the month of Shevat. The month of Shevat has a law. The law is that you can plant a tree at the 14th day, and the next will be the next year. What is trying to say in the Holy Scriptures as an open seal is that these are years. The 14th day of Shiva, the 15th day, and the 16th day are years, because the law says that in the 3 first years that you plant a tree, its fruit will be not to eat. It will be unclean. So we shall not eat its fruit. We shall not eat its fruit. Remember that. At the 4th year, which is the 17th until 26th of Shevat, at the 4th year, it will be given as an offering, first fruits offering to the temple of the Lord. The law says that you can give it to the poor, you can give it to the temple as an offering to the Lord. The 4th year, we counting as days. Why the 17th day? Why 14, 15, 16 day as years is 3 years? The 17 to 26 is the equality of 10. This is the equality of 10 because Noah was the 10th patriarch, even Shem counting as the sons. And why is a year? Because the 17 is prophesied in the solar calendar of Noah as the prophecy of the flood. So Noah was 600 years when Noah started at the 17, and the 601 year, 1 year after that, the 17 is counting once more, 10 days plus. So the 17 to the 26, based in the 10 days of the flood, talking about 1 year period. This is the quality of the 1, 2, 3, 4 year of the law of Shevat, planting the tree. This is the fulfillment of the tree of life. Just as there was a fulfillment in the month of Nisan, at the 4th there will be a fulfillment in the month of the trees, the year of the trees, the month of Shevat. So now, brothers and sisters, why the 27 after the 10 days? 27 is when the base in the great prophecy of Noah. The 27 is when the earth was completely dry. The earth was completely dry. So this means that this represents Shabbat. Yes, Shabbat. Okay? Ahora, now let's talk about the 10 days, those 10 days before the day of the Lord, because you know that Shabbat is the day of the Lord. It's a covenant forever. The 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, and 26. Those are the 10 days, counting as years, based in Noah, the 10 patriarch. 10 days because from 17 to 26 is the flood, counting 1 year periods. And then 27 is the day of Shabbat. Now we're going for the 10 last days. Pay attention to this, okay? 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, and 24. Remember this? This reminds us Haggai, the prophet Haggai. The prophet Haggai was prophesying about the 21, 22, 23, and 24. And 24 was to remember, says the Lord. So it matched with Noah's days and also each year based in the law of Shabbat. So now, brothers and sisters, 24. Oh man, this is the 24. So Shabbat is the 24 in here as months 21, 22, 23, and 24. But there's still 2 days more for the 65. So we have the order in here, the months of Haggai and the month of Zechariah, and we put them as days. We find ourselves like 21, 22, 23, 24, and in here 62, 63, 64, and 65. If we base ourselves and the 9th seal, this could be like the 9th seal at the 24. So now, brothers and sisters, if we find ourselves in this position, the months of Haggai and the months of Zechariah in here, then we find out that there is the 26, and the 25, and the 26. Exactly at the 65, when creation ends. If this is Shabbat as a representation, this shall be Friday. Okay, sorry for the Friday. And then Shabbat. These are going to be the days, and Shabbat is going to be the 27th of the month of Shivat. Why? Because based in the fulfillment, the 27 will be the 5th year. As the law of Shabbat says, the first year, second year, third year, the fruits of the tree you shall not eat, because it will be unclean. The fourth will be an offering to the Lord. And the 5th year, you can eat its fruit. This is the fulfillment of the year. Then comes the months, and then comes the days with the 24, and now is the 65 as a fulfillment with the prophet Zechariah. Is when the Lord comes. Before the end comes, because creation is not finished yet, Friday will be the 6th day of creation. And the 27 is Shabbat. This is the very reason it's necessary to understand that Sunday is the beginning when Jesus Christ resurrected. Sunday, just based in Sunday, because it's the beginning. Remember that the Lamb was crucified before the creation of the world. When Jesus Christ resurrected, he resurrected us also. So Sunday, it was from here. And Friday is the final of creation to wait for Shabbat. This is the ultimate plan of God in the Hebrew calendar. Here was the Lamb. Here is the tree of life. Where is the paradise of God? The tree of life is the four river Euphrates. There is the tree of life. So now, brothers and sisters, there is the law of Shabbat. You already understand that. But let me finish this message explaining to you this. This is what is concerning about someone, and this is the prophecy. Someone is going to come. Someone, you remember that there is the last 4 days, right? This is the last 4 days. Not counting the 21, 22, 23, and 24. We're talking about the years of King Darius. Remember that the first year of King Darius, 62, 63, 64, and 65, are in the Hebrew calendar. If we put Daniel, Haggai, and Zechariah, okay. So at the 62, at the half of the month, the Lamb was crucified, okay? But this is going to repeat at the last days. We have, remember the last prophecy of the 3 days and a half? Well, is a half in times, se puede decir, it can be times and time. I want you to remember this. The 64 is the half. The 63, 64, the 62, 63, 64 is times. And the 65, 26 is the time of the end. You know why? Because this is talking about the prophecy of Daniel, when the Lamb was crucified at the year of King Darius, and Daniel was prophesying from the book of Daniel, chapter 10, 11, 12, about Nisan, all the month of Nisan. And the 24 is the fulfillment when Thomas said to the Lord, "My Lord and my God," when he saw him. It was the Lord's resurrection. So it's going to be the same as the last days. The same. Someone is going to come and someone will be killed.